That's great. Bishop, do you want to turn the timer here?
The internet's down.
Okay.
So
How will we know?
I'll give you 5. I'll give you 5 and 2.
Okay, that'll be good. And then follow us on Believe.
Stand by.
Hey, let me see what I look like, Philip. All right.
WWHO, your heritage station, and W225CS Columbus, Metro. The following broadcast does not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of this station.
Feel like I'm underwater.
Hello, everyone. This is Victoria Ludaway, executive producer of Believe 614. And today I'm sitting in for Gwen Harshaw, Spin with Gwen. And today we have a wonderful guest and one of my dear friends, Mr. Grandview Waiters.
Well, hello there, and good morning, everyone, and good morning to you.
And he's here to talk about a couple of great things about what's going on in his life. One is a great business consulting network. Also, an upcoming movie that's going to be out on Thanksgiving night. You guys got to check this out. And then some of the things that he's doing with East High School here in Columbus. So first, I'm going to allow Mr. Grandview Waiters to talk about Abundance Economic Network. What exactly is that?
Yes, Abundance Economic Network, aka AEN. And my focus as a consulting and with the consulting business is to help individuals and families build wealth. I truly believe that a lot of issues that we're dealing with today in our society has economic or caused by economic challenges.
Right. And you think that's generational? Is that just socially within a community?
I'm gonna say yes, which means all the above.
All of that?
Yes, yeah, all the above. And my thing and what it really excites me is I've been blessed with some information that a lot of folks don't know about, and that's what I'm motivated to do, is share that information. And one of them, of course, this is a very strong, and this is a technology-based network, Abundance Economic Network, that has this gentleman, again, locally. He's from Ohio. And that's what I love about it also. I mean, Ohio has a lot of talent, and we'll, of course, talk about that a little later in terms of the movie and entertainment. But sports, and just a lot of different talent has come out of Ohio. And this particular situation here is God-given to this young man, and I was blessed to meet him and become a part of Abundance Economic Network. And in essence, what this network does is turn your bills into assets. Something that's of course been a monkey on our back for years, and will continue to be, because you hear that saying that nothing is for sure, but debt in trouble.
Exactly.
And now we can turn that debt into an asset.
Okay, so when you talk about making money off of your bills, are we talking about car payments, your mortgage, utility bills? What exactly are you talking about?
All the above.
Okay.
All the above, and including others as well. And when you talk about utilities, that includes, of course, your gas and electric, as well as cell phone, internet, those type of things.
Right.
Just about any bill can now, because of this guy's knowledge about networking, and in this case, we're looking more at electronic transfers, which takes place 24/7. Banks are doing it. And this is all done through rebates, discounts, and coupons.
Okay.
And he's got algorithms that he's created that actually was given to him by God. Here's a young man who has studied finance and economics.
Right.
And that's what's been created. I kind of relate it to Microsoft, actually, and Facebook. I mean, this is something, yes, it's powerful. It's powerful.
So this is something that he invented, he created.
Yes, yeah, he'll continue to give credit to the Lord, because he is driven by biblical economics, and but yes, this is his baby.
Oh wow! So is there any way you could kind of like walk us through a step-by-step process I understand this is something that you could do online. You could go to the website. Tell everyone the website name.
Yes, well, again, it's you can go to granvillewaiters.com and you'll find a link there. And Abundance Economic Network is sharemybills.com.
Okay.
And to take you through kind of what it looks like, again, when you look at a bill, say for example, even automotive, which would include anywhere from your gasoline, repairs, and of course the note if you're still paying on it.
Right.
You submit those dollars to this network and you come back with a 10 to 20% increased value, okay, we call it. Yeah, it's a powerful thing, and that increased value, because it's a rebate, is tax-free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a powerful thing, and it's as I speak to more and more people about it because they haven't heard anything of this nature before. But I'll take you back to the Wright brothers out of Dayton, and years ago when you talk about flight, and look where we're at now.
Right.
And again, as I referenced earlier, when you talk about Microsoft and Facebook, what if we'd have known about that when those things got started and gotten involved? And that's where this is. And so many applications from the home, on a personal level and business level. In fact, I often I write him about where were you at when I had my daycare business.
Right.
Because now you're talking about expenses at another level in a household. You've got payroll, you've got advertising. These are things that can be processed through the system and come back with an increased value.
Well, that's a great thing to know about for small businesses and
Yes.
things like I have a small business, a production company, so
Right.
that would benefit me. I could put my employees' payroll in there, make sure I pay my taxes on time. People's taxes are coming up. We do have someone talking about that soon. But that will benefit a lot, especially insurance.
Yes, and my thing is, again, is when you talk about from a business standpoint, someone's in a certain type of business, whatever that may be,
Right.
and you look at, of course, your profit and loss and projections based on your service or products being sold. But now you're talking about your money making money.
Wow. So I wonder, how does that benefit someone like myself? I'm a single parent, and I got, I had a child that went to college, and, and there's some debt that's out there. So can you explain how that could help? How
Same
can
thing.
we cut that big college bill that every parent has to look forward to each month?
Yeah, and the interesting thing, as you were even starting that sentence, I'm sitting here smiling because whatever you say, I don't care what it is. If it's a debt and an expense, it's applicable to the system, and it's something you can process through the system and have your money make money before you pay that bill.
Well, I'm going to cover a lot of different categories because people are out there, they're thinking like, oh, well, maybe that's not for me. Well, like I said, like a single parent, if you got your husband and wife with 2 kids and a picket fence, that would benefit them too, correct?
Any and everybody. If you've got a bill, if you have
got
bills,
a bill. We all got bills.
Yeah, we all have bills.
Everybody got a bill.
And that's what I love about this, because a lot of things you look at from a business standpoint, a business opportunity, there's a possibility of saturation. And I mean, look at Big Bear, say for example. I don't know if you're old enough to know about Big Bear. But again, or Kmart and Sears.
Circle.
These are businesses that you would think never would have gone out of business, but look where they're at now.
Well, JCPenney and Sears are not too far behind them.
But guess what? We're going to have bills for a long time.
Right.
They're not going to, and that's what this whole network is centered around.
So, when I go to the website, I have my bills. I have my utilities. I have my car insurance. I have my medical insurance. My monthly bills. Basically, I'm going to punch in all my monthly bills, and this will compute how much savings. Am I correct? Is that how it works?
Yes, it's not exactly savings. What it does, it's going to increase the value of that dollar amount that you have. Say, for example, when that list you just mentioned, say it comes to $1,200.
Right.
And you put that $1,200 in the system. In 7 to 10 days, you're going to get the $1,200 back plus a minimum of 10%.
Wow.
It's actually 10 to 20%.
Okay.
And just FYI, again, I've given the websites, but this is a membership organization, and you need to have an invitation code. You can't
Okay.
just go online and jump in this.
Right.
You have to get an
So it's
invitation.
more like a subscription. Is
Yeah.
there a monthly fee for it?
It's a monthly fee for it, and an interesting thing about that, when I first learned about this, and I was at one of the first meetings I attended, and that membership was expressed, and he said, you even get that back.
Ah, okay.
Because it's an expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can put it in with the list of all your stuff.
Well, it's automatic, because they already know, because they're the one you're paying that bill to.
So once again, tell our listeners and our viewers at home, what is the name of the website again?
It's sharemybills.com is a direct website, and you can always go to granvillewaiters.com. And you'll
Okay.
see it there at the bottom of my front page.
Awesome. And how long you been doing this? How long you been with this organization?
I've been involved for about a year now, and I'm glad you asked that question. When I first was introduced to this, I was looking like, oh, what is this?
Right.
And a little skeptical, I'll admit, but I had to look at the person, one who introduced it to me,
Right.
and introduced me to Ali's the guy's name, the founder of this. And when I look at the guy that brought me to the table, one, I got faith in him,
Mm-hmm.
and one, he told me he saw it work. He's, in the system and benefited from it. And after a few weeks, I decided, okay, let me try it. So I've seen it work.
Wow. That's amazing. I want to go check it out. Maybe there's a way that we could record us joining and doing step-by-step to help our viewers and people that may have some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could do that on air one day.
Yes,
Come back
we
in.
could do that, yeah. Of course, I'd have to check with Mr. Ali on that,
No
but
problem.
we are setting up ways, just like you're mentioning now, to make it user-friendly.
Right.
Because again, we're talking about a new concept and actually a new industry.
Right.
Is what we're looking at being created here.
What about if someone wants to, do you have in a community, like an online community where people could reach out to each other and talk about if they have any questions or they have, they want to request more information? You have Facebook page, Twitter, anything like that?
Well, on the site, both on sharemybills.com, there's a contact us where you can put questions in, and then on my website, again, granvillewaiters.com, there's a contact me on there.
Awesome. And I hope I covered everything in that, because actually I do want to check that out. And like I said, I'm going to report back to everyone and let them know how easy it is. And if it's hard, I will let you guys know, because I'm not tech friendly, believe me. But I think this is a great opportunity for people to, like you said, it's like a wealth building situation for them using their bills.
The longer I am involved with this, again, my motivation is to help people.
Right.
I've never, any business opportunity that I've looked at, of course, from a business standpoint, it's got to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But another important ingredient for me is it going to help others?
Right.
And this, I've never seen anything like this.
Okay.
And so I'm excited about getting this. In fact, we're in a what we call a pre-launch right now.
Okay.
And a campaign is going on currently.
So how long does the pre-launch last, and when the actual launch?
Well, the actual launch probably be in the next within the next 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just-
We've got some strong people that have come on board that are really support. In fact, he's had offers to buy this that he's turned down.
Wow.
Because he really wants to help people with this.
Wow.
And some of these offers have been for those who are really looking at just making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be interesting to see how this whole industry develops. Like you said, it's a whole new category of ways of helping you save money, invest money.
Oh yeah, we're looking at, as I look at this and become more involved, and time has gone by, it's gone from helping out individuals and families to looking at school districts, as they have bills, to HBCUs, to cities, to
yeah.
states, to even countries, where we're talking about going to other parts of the world with this.
Wow. Wow.
Because think about it,
Yeah.
there's bills everywhere you go.
But I never thought of it on a government level or an institution level, education, like you were saying, like HBCUs and it. Wow.
Yeah, it's got enormous
Yeah.
potential.
Wow. We gotta do this. We gotta we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about this a little more
And
because I think
it
it's too
starts
much.
right here in Columbus, Ohio.
There you go. We are the capital of launching great things and new product into the world.
Right.
So that's a lucky sign for
Mhm.
you. So I want to move on because I didn't realize you were like a movie star. I didn't know you were like Hollywood on us. So tell me about this new movie. And you actually have some local celebrities in this movie, which I'm kind of stoked about because I'm all fans of them all. So
Yeah.
tell us about your movie called The Crossover.
The crossover that won the game.
Yes.
And just another blessing. It's been a great experience.
Right.
Being a former athlete, of course, seeing many movies, but never had any idea that Granville's going to be on the screen. But anyhow, when I got offered to get involved with this, and of course the list of names that were already involved with Buster Douglas and Clark Kellogg, Larry Jones, those guys.
And Reverend Doctor.
Reverend, he's been great. I got a chance, of course, I heard of his story,
Yeah.
15 years ago, but then to
And
spend
that's
time with
Reverend
him now.
Dr. Johanna Christian.
Mhm.
Yes, we actually had him on the show. Tell us about his story. It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing, and it's
yeah.
hard of forgiving.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yes, just this whole opportunity has been a blessing in the people I've met. Another one comes to mind, Leslie Wass, one of the actresses. And I got to tell you a funny story.
What?
Went to one of the we call shootings or shot, whatever you call it. Yeah. But anyhow, I'm sitting there. I got there a little earlier than I need to be there. So there was some other scenes going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting out in the lobby, and I hear this lady just screaming and hollering. And I wanted to get up and go help her, but she was just doing the acting.
She was acting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even the second time, I was
Wow.
still like, man, I need to go help her. And then it finally come to me, all right, she's just acting.
Oh, wow. Is that a scene in the movie? Did you just spoiler alert us and we didn't put the spoiler
Well,
alert
I'll tell you this. I will say this. This is a movie about family. It's about relationships. It's something that we can all relate to because you're looking at a son. Okay, even though there were some brothers, but it's focused on one of the older sons, basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got husband and wife dealing with their issues and challenges in the marriage, and dealing with the son.
Right.
That
Who plays the
gets off
son?
rail. Oh, I forget the gentleman's name. Great actor, young man.
We'll make sure we bring up the cast list.
Yeah.
But
bring it.
nevertheless, tell us about your character. Who do you play?
I am a recruiter.
Okay.
In one of the scenes, and actually a recruiter for.
If you say the name, I think you better not.
Yeah, I better not. Yeah, we'll just say I was a recruiter.
For a
And,
local
yeah.
local college or
Right.
high school?
Local college.
Okay.
Yeah, not far away.
Anyone that knows me knows what team I don't want to hear.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's just the team though. I thought you were worried about copyright rights and that.
No,
type of thing.
no.
Oh,
You just said,
okay.
is it OSU?
No, that's right. Oh, you must be from that state up north.
Oh, it's going to be good this year.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be good for OSU. It's gonna be bad for that other team.
We're going to talk about sports when we get done with this movie.
Okay.
Okay. But you're a coach.
Yeah. Well, not a coach, like I say, recruiter.
Recruiter, okay.
Yes, recruiter.
Okay.
And we're looking at the young man I just referenced earlier.
Okay.
As a very talented young man on the court, so we were looking to try to draw him in
All right.
to our school.
And can you tell us the moral or the plot, the synopsis of the movie?
Well, again, it's got that family piece to it. Again, this young man kind of gets off track a little bit because of some of the issues and the struggles that his mother and father goes through.
Okay.
So he winds up going off track a little bit, but it ends well. I'll just say that.
Well, it's got to be. If it's on Thanksgiving, there's some redemption in it.
I will say this too, because I know we all, in fact, I just had to recently deal with health issues in the family.
Right.
And there's a powerful piece there that deals with that and the commitment to family.
Right. Yeah. I'm sorry about that too.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing I want to talk about, who brought you guys all into this movie? How did you become a part of it?
Well, I've spent the most time with one of the creators. This is based off a book written by Joseph and Jamel Ponder.
Okay.
And Joe Ponder, this guy is a character. He's a hustler. He's the one that gave me a call about getting involved with it. And he has worked tirelessly. He and his brother both have worked tirelessly to make this happen.
Can you talk about a little bit of like what is Buster Douglas that's in this and Clark Kettle, their characters?
Yeah, Buster's a coach, and Clark, I think he's a recruiter. I've seen one of his scenes. We were never together in terms of the scenes being shot, so I didn't get to see him during that time. But he is a recruiter as well.
Okay. So is this your first movie, or have you been acting?
Oh, let's see, let me count them. One. Yes, it's the first.
Wait a minute, you did do our fundraising commercial for Columbus State.
Okay, that commercial, right? Okay.
Hey, it went over well. It went over well.
Yeah, it did. I had fun doing that, but I wouldn't rate it as a movie.
No, but that was an acting experience.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone had to start somewhere.
Yes, and you're right. So I guess, this movie would be my second time.
Wow, great. So you any plans for the future? Are you going to be doing any other acting?
Denzel, watch out.
Well, you're going to be the next sexiest man alive.
No, I wouldn't even
coming
want
at the Aegis.
No.
So,
Not even the stars.
So I wanted to, before we leave, I want to talk a little bit about all the great work that you do in the community. A lot of people are probably not aware of things. So I first met you. You were working with young men in the community, and it was really awesome. And now you're still continuing that. That was years ago. You had an organization, everything that you were working with young people in the community before it was kind of like trendy to do. So let's talk about what you're doing with East High School.
Yes, been with the basketball team, helping out over there. This will be my 4th season, volunteering over there, working with the young men there.
Wow. So what are some of the things that you're teaching them outside of basketball? Because there's got to be a lot of life lessons that you knew as a high school basketball player. What you could see their future. You know exactly what's going to happen to them. So what lessons do you
Absolutely, and even as you use the word future, I can remember as a young man saying hearing from the elders in the community that you're going to be the future someday, and I didn't understand what that meant. Now I know, because that responsibility is on me now to share that information with our young people.
Right. And can you give us some examples of some things that you may have came over during your career and your path to basketball stardom?
Well, as I look at relating sports, in this case, of course, basketball, and when I had my preschool business, and just business in general and life, the struggles that takes place in sports and the dedication that you wind up instilling in yourself, those carry over.
Right.
The commitment and the coaches, yelling at you and having you running suicides and those type of things where you think, oh man, do I want to do this? Those things have carried over in life. In fact, I can remember distinctly when I did get the daycare business going. I was working from sun up to sundown. They said, "Oh, Grab, you need to get some rest." I'm like, "Oh, this is easy now compared to what I was just doing." In fact, my last years of playing basketball over in Spain, and over there we were practicing 3 times a day.
Wow.
Yeah, before the season started. So.
Wow.
Yeah, folks
So
talked about 2 a days, and we were doing 3 a days.
wow. So is that something that, like, if you compare all the training and everything you had to go through high school and college and professionally versus what's happening today, because now you have so many young basketball players, like some of them, like LeBron James, don't even go to college, and then you have the one and dones. Do you think that's making it build character for our young? Should they stay a little longer to learn some experience in college?
That's a case-by-case basis, but what I am saying today is because of technology and all that's going on with the phones and the games, and again, when you talk about when they see the LeBron James and those type of players go straight from high school to the pros, and now some of these kids think they're going to do that.
Right.
And they're not putting in the work to even have a chance of making that happen, but also the biggest thing with me is having that backup plan. And that's getting that education.
And how important do you instill that to your young guys over at East now?
Oh, that's the first thing for me. It's getting that education because you're only going to play for so long.
So tell us this. One thing that I always took is that I love the fact that my parents were involved. And then I always used to think like there was always a student that didn't have their parents there and their support. And I could always tell like that really, you could tell the difference between a kid that had a lot of support from the family versus someone that didn't. What do you think about that with your students now that you're working with?
Yeah, and we are seeing that unfortunately a lot more. Students that may not have their parents involved in, and a lot of times it's for a good reason because they're working and they got to work a lot harder, carrying 2 or 3 jobs and that type of thing. So.
Wow. Do you see the difference effect on them? Are they more closed off? Are they more open? Like they're open to having more guidance in their life?
I think when you say closed off, I think that's a good synopsis as what you see sometimes with some of these young men. And in fact, I even help out every now and then because the girls are in there practicing sometimes with us at the same time with that beautiful big new gym that we have.
So everyone's got to go over there and check out the gym. There you go.
Oh, and real quick, this is our reunion, class reunions that graduated from East High School, but we're also going to celebrate our high school championship, AAA championship.
Wow.
This will coming up in 2019, so we're making plans for that.
Wow, that's interesting. We just had Haygood, Will Haygood on a couple weeks ago. He was talking about his new book, Tigerland, all about East High School. So that's really awesome about the legend and maybe some myth about it because my mom went to East High School, lived in Pondexter Village. Too bad that whole neighborhood has changed if anyone wants to go through there and see the history before it's totally gone. But I didn't realize how big East High School is in this community, in this city, and the love that people have to share for it.
Oh yeah, a lot of history there.
Yeah.
A lot of history. When we talk about talent that's come out of the Ohio,
Wow,
the Central Ohio area, a lot of it's come out of Columbus East.
Wow, that is amazing. Well, I grew up at Independence High School. Go 76ers. I can't recall any time we won anything. Hey, maybe after I left. So. But I wanted, before we leave, I wanted to give our listeners and our viewers one more time the website to how to create wealth for yourself. And that is again,
ShareMyBills.com is a direct website for AEN, Abundance Economic Network, and then of course GranvilleWaiters.com.
awesome. And then the about the movie, the crossover that won the game. That's going to be at Studio 35,
Yes.
3055 Indianola Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43202. And that's on Thanksgiving night. So if you don't have anything to do, you don't want to watch another football game, go and check out this movie. And it starts at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. And I know we're going to have some fun. Knowing Joe Ponder, we're going to have some fun that night. And tickets are available on Eventbrite.
Okay, that's right. And notice here on the flyer that there's photo opportunities. Get a chance to meet the stars of this movie.
I mean, think about it. The heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah. Here,
Right
like
here
you
from
said,
Columbus, Ohio.
right from Columbus, Ohio.
Right here from Columbus, Ohio.
And plus, me and you are here.
That's right.
Right here from Columbus, Ohio.
Right here from Columbus, Ohio. And,
Well-
and still here.
Well, I'm born and raised here. I love Columbus. I love it, love it, love it. But nevertheless, I want to thank everyone for listening today. My good friend Granville Waiters. Check out the movie. Go to his website. And I'm Victoria Ludaway. And hope to see you guys soon. And make sure you follow us. Believe BLEV614 at Yahoo. Oh, sorry. Believe 614 on Facebook. Bye.